Several years ago I picked up a book published in 1920 by Simon Wilson Strauss, president of the American Society for Thrift. His description of the popular image of thrift in history of the thrift movement in America still rings true nearly a century later. Penny counting, cheese paring, money hoarding practices were looked upon by the public as the ideals sought by those who tried to encourage thrift, wrote Strauss. The man who practiced this virtue, it was felt, was he who hoarded his earnings to such an extent that he thrust aside every other consideration in order to keep from spending his pennies, his dimes, and his dollars. Who wants to live a cheese-bearing life? Sounds bad, doesn't it? But an emphasis on thrift doesn't mean living cheaply, far from it. Thrift or frugality is really shorthand for an approach grounded in matching our money with our values. Strauss defines thrift this way: it is the thrift that recognizes that the finer things of life must be encouraged, he writes. The skilled workman, the artist, the musician, the landscape gardener, the designer of beautiful furniture, the members of the professions, all those, in fact, who, through the devotion of their abilities, contribute to the real betterment of mankind, must be given support through our judicious expenditures.